Who do we have here? Let me stop. What's up, man? What's up with y'all boys? What's up to all the lights that shining bright in the sky? Cause that's what y'all are. Nothing more, nothing less. It's 5:09 in the morning. It's Drewlidays, y'all. It's Drewlidays. It's Drewlidays. I'm so excited for this 5-day event, damn near week-long event. But it's not during the week. I did it kind of weird, I know, right? But we're gonna get straight into it. So this first video for y'all, it's an old podcast video that me and a couple of folks from Savannah State did. Shout out to them girls, man. Shout out Atlanta. Shout out Grace. Shout out Jalen. And I think Danny was in the background. Shout out Danny too. But yeah, man, in this little episode, we touched on a lot of things like what music you should play during intercourse. You feel me? And we talked about it's funny. Stop, y'all chill. It's funny how we went to that from that to, mental health and other things of that nature. But I really hope y'all enjoy this. This is my first time doing something like this after coming off of a mental block, trying to work things out with YouTube, like different things. But I promise y'all, we getting straight to it. We getting back on the grind. But yeah, this is just a little something I wanted to do for y'all. So I really hope y'all enjoy this. If you're new here, or if you're not new here and you haven't, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Turn on them post notifications. I promise y'all we be having so much fun here. I really hope y'all enjoy this. I love y'all so much. Happy Drewlidays. See y'all.
I want to get it down.
Right. How was your day, Excellent?
What's up, y'all? It's Drew and the crew. I'm Drew, your host. On my left, we have Atlanta. On my right, we have Graceland. Everybody call her Grace, though. First episode, jitters. Just got to get it all out. But yeah, so how y'all day going? My day running smooth.
My day
Birthday?
was great.
We're this tomorrow, though.
She's literally
Right.
My day was good.
My day was
She went
great.
to go do-
I've been
she went
working
to
on an
go
essay.
tell
I'm
them
almost done
cover
with
that.
it. So
She's been working on it since Saturday.
not too much. They didn't need to know that.
Procrastination
But-
is horrible.
I mean, I can't judge. I'm working on my essay since Friday.
Better than Zaria. It took her 4 days. Oh,
But
yeah,
I'm done with it now, and I submitted it.
Behind the camera, sitting at the chair opposite, across from us, we have Jalen.
Hey, guys.
They can hear you. They can't
I
see
know.
you. She waved.
I did what? Oh.
All right, but let's start it off with the first question. Go ahead, Jalen.
Okay. So, first question is, does it matter what music you make love to? If so, what do you listen to and what gets you in your zone?
It doesn't matter what music you make love to.
100%.
Because it sets the vibe. You sitting there having sex with a girl to Migos, it's weird.
Your phone just...
That's bullshit. It's still recorded. Too.
Like, imagine trying to make, I'm just saying, imagine trying to make out to, a Migos song or to a Cardi B song. Imagine.
Hold on. Cardi B does have that one song.
No, but I'm saying, Cardi B does have some nice slow songs, but, imagine trying to make love to Cardi B's press song.
Press.
Cardi don't need
You hit the tempo right.
Because I'm sorry, but if you're playing Money by Cardi B and when Wakanda Forever Part come in, I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the moment.
They are.
We're recording.
It's a question.
Kill yourself.
Oh. Well, we gotta cut that part out. We gotta cut that out.
Ignore that beat.
Heavy on the beat.
But low key, they start playing WAP. I'm 100% singing to it.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm sorry, but it's true. The song you play sets the mood, and then plus on top of that, you have to low key follow the beat that is being played.
Okay. I'll repeat the questions for the newcomers.
Okay.
Does it matter the music you make love to? If so, what do you listen to and what get you in your zone?
R&B.
So, okay, we're gonna shut up. We don't have to cut all y'all out.
Can we just do a
Anyways.
new question? Just
No. We have to finish the question. If so,
I
we
feel
got
like yes.
what get you in your zone.
I feel like you're supposed to be listening to R&B. You're supposed to be listening to Usher, like Usher. You're supposed to be listening to maybe even Chris Brown, maybe even you're supposed to.
Throw out some her. Best
Some
part.
her,
Don't play
best
best part,
part.
guys.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shit, I love her. As a
I'm just
nigga,
saying. I feel like not to cut you off. I'm saying like the music and the vibe, especially with guy and girl shows off the vibe you should. It shows off the feeling you have towards that person. If I am just calling you over and we're just fucking to whatever, and I don't care about nothing else, that's all I see you as is a body. But if I'm putting in the effort, actually trying to do something, that shows I actually care about you.
Ooh, that kind of leads into the second part of the question. Do you have special songs for special people?
there are certain
Yeah.
songs that
Yeah.
like remind me of certain
Yeah.
people, not even like in a sex kind of way, but just like a.
And I'm not even just putting that song on because I know me and you about to have sex. So I'm putting that song on because I feel like in some way artists are able to sit down and express the feeling that I have towards you that I can't say in my own words.
You do, but like, sex
feel
isn't
like-
a bad thing. It's a normal and natural thing.
I can't cut that part out.
they can hear your ass.
I know. It's
We should just restart and do different questions.
niggas. Oh, I got this though, but
You should just
I feel like
no. Keep it all and then just crop out. Like y'all have to edit it anyway. So just take what y'all want from it. Duh.
I feel like
Thank you.
We are starting a new question too. She means
Pause it, like stop it,
I-
and then
I know
How
that,
about you
but
stop
she's
it,
talking about
Danny?
cutting it off.
can y'all let Drew answer the damn
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. My bad, Drew.
Answer the
Continue.
question.
See, get out,
yeah,
Danny.
as a nigga, I already got the playlist set.
Ooh.
All the songs that I be listening to, you know, my single aunties. I got the Faith Evans on there. What you mean?
Okay, what's your starting song? Go.
I started a song.
Top one.
Ooh,
I have mine.
Don't think about it. Just say.
You want me to tell them?
I don't. You
You
gotta
tell-
be come over by Faith Evans.
Ooh.
Mine
That's my
is
shit.
Anything by Vito. Best sex ever. Girl in My Dreams by Chris Brown. Girl in My Dreams even by Rod Wave. What's another good one that I listen to? As Long as You Know. Any Trey songs. Let's just be honest.
No.
I got,
You can't say any because Bottles Up is a Trey song. I will be damned if we get fucking Nicki start coming on talk about coke and Henny.
But I'm just saying, like, especially like his Nobody's Watching and The Neighbors Know My Name.
R&B and like old, not soul. What is it like? Old love songs like "Let Me Prove My Love to You"
Like
by
that
the
Tyler
main
Perry type
ingredients.
vibe.
The song that Alicia Keys sampled. That dun 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 dun. Everybody knows the song. Everybody knows, but that's
Atlanta.
one of the songs.
What about you, woman?
Atlanta definitely don't got no playlist. Atlanta's playlist during sex.
No, yes it is. It's the weekend. She doesn't. It's not a playlist. It's just the
Oh yeah,
weekend.
definitely Make Love to the Weekend.
Heavy on She Plays Call Out My Name like it's her favorite song. Anyways,
What was the leading question with that?
the leading question: does it matter does it matter the music you make love to?
Of course it does. Nobody about to fuck to no rock music.
It throws off the
We
vibe.
will.
It just throws off the vibe. It just does. Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, nobody wants to be bent over to a song that the rapper is talking about killing bitches to and stealing money. I mean,
Yeah.
just no.
Ain't no one fucking the King Von, guys.
You're not. No, I'm sorry. I'll be damned if you think you are finna finger me or do anything to me while Offset and Quavo are in the background. I'm damned. I'll tolerate Tupac and Biggie, but I'll tolerate
Tupac got some.
You could swing with Tupac.
I'll tolerate
I love it when you
Tupac
call me
because
Big
Tupac is fine as hell, and I'll be thinking about him slightly. I'll
Wow.
tolerate that,
Cut the scene.
and I'll tolerate Biggie because he has a lot of songs with Faith. But you're not fucking me over to NWA's "Fuck the Police." You're just not.
Fuck the police.
I feel like that's why I couldn't get off to that girl because
Oh no, indulge us.
Indulge us.
Princess and the Frog was playing in the background. The whole movie.
Not
Not
just
talk
like the
about the Disney
soundtrack,
Channel.
just like straight up she talking about turning human.
The whole
Wow.
movie. From beginning to end.
That's a long ass session.
I can't run for president with this vlog.
Yes, you can. We're gonna chop it. We're not gonna.
You gonna chop it?
Yeah, we're gonna chop it.
Joe Biden
If the
said
American
nigga.
people, Atlanta, if the American people put Donald Trump in office after
She doesn't mean
grab
that.
the
She
cat
doesn't mean
below,
American president, baby.
You'll make
I
it.
want to run for like SSU positions.
You think these SSU
Yeah, we can
students,
cover your-
no offense,
Yes,
y'all,
they
gonna
do.
care if you gonna sit behind the camera and then
How
talk
did it
about
start
what
back up
songs you
again?
like getting bent over
She's
to?
played it. Calm yourself. They do care.
My anxiety though.
Your
You don't have
anxiety
to
goes
do-
about anything and everything. You're anxious
Mental
about
health
walking
is
here.
a real thing.
It is, but
Okay,
okay.
Let's talk about like
Mental health is
real.
off the
Let's
chain.
talk about that. Y'all wanna talk about mental health?
Ooh-wee.
I feel like mental health within the African American community, especially the teenage African American community, isn't taken serious.
It's not talked
100%.
about.
Oh,
It's not even not just discussed. I feel like it's just not taken serious. I feel like as a community, for some reason, not even just within our own, I feel like whenever mental health is brought up, like when I first started talking about like my mental health, it was told me, oh, just pray. Me just sitting here praying
Press them
to,
dishes.
just praying don't
The press them dishes was the first fucking
Don't
one I
help.
got.
And I'm just saying, whoever sits down is probably going to see this and be like, mental health isn't a thing. I was 7 when the first time I attempted. You tell me mental health isn't a thing. I was 7. I was in 2nd grade.
Yeah, we about to get sad in this bitch. So I remember my homie died. He killed himself. And I'm like, damn, that shit hurt. And I went like to a dark place. My mom was like, nigga, everything gonna be okay. And this was the time I was beefing with her husband. He was like, that white boy deserved to die anyway. And I'm like, fuck. That's where the depressed them dishes came from. And it's like, it's not talked about. People don't take it seriously until you're about to commit. I had about 4 attempts. And after the 4th one, I was like, I don't want to live, Mom. She's like, do you need to go to therapy? I've been talking to you this for the longest time. You just now caring, just now doing something. It needs to be the first thing. Like, once your child, or like even your homeboys, your homegirls, they be like, hey, I'm feeling the same way. You need to go, like, step in. If they don't have anybody in their life to, like, be there for them, you be there for them.
I've had over 18 attempts within my life.
Damn. Damn.
And it's not even just.
you laughing.
And I
Not
think
laughing.
at some point, and I don't know what it is. I think at some point, part of it just became like a way just to just release.
Your coping strategy.
Yeah, it just became my coping. And then I know like my parents, like now whenever we talk about it, my mom and dad, they feel like, oh, they feel so much guilt, but it's, my dad was sick when I was 7, which is around the same time I first attempted, so like it wasn't like obvious. But I think over the time frame, I do feel like my parents do deserve to carry some guilt because they weren't taking me serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like even then, now that they do know, I feel like they, in some form, make it about them. And it had nothing really to do with them, it was just how I was feeling at the time. But I think another reason mental health is never discussed is because if you're never taught how to have the hard conversations, then you just don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So do y'all think, like we all grew up mostly like Christian households, churches, right? Huh?
Clip it to your shirt. You're moving that shit too much.
Huh? Clip
Clip
it to
it.
your shirt.
Oh, my bad.
You're moving it too much.
My bad. I'm locked in now.
I'm just trying to make help.
It doesn't look right. I hate when it's not even.
She's OCD.
Very upset. You know you can move. It's the camera.
Please lock in. What? Anyways, so we grew up like Christian households. Do y'all think growing up Christian affected that too? Like
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
they think
Christians do not believe in therapy at all.
I don't think it's Christians don't believe in therapy at all. I think it's because we have too many Christians who are too holy to sit down and remember at the end of the day you're still human. I feel like we have some pastors now in the modern sense, like Sarah Jakes Roberts. She talks about mental health. She's talked about how she struggled with depression, anxiety, but she still goes to church. She's a pastor. She discusses it. But then at the same time, it's kind of hard when you have her and people like her who stand up behind the pulpit and speak on mental health and say, go get therapy, but still sit down and talk to God. It's kind of hard to sit down and only listen to them when you got other pastors out here who are saying that's just the work of the devil, you're feeding into it,
Her
it's
husband.
just in your head, like who don't take it serious. But I'm saying at the end of the day, I feel like some of the blame for a lot of things that are going on, especially within the Black community, do fall on the Christians at the end of the day. Because we're so quick to judge. We're so quick to sit down and say, oh, that child should never hang themselves, but why not ask why?
Mm-hmm.
The suicide rate within America is extremely alarming, especially within the African American community. And eventually you got to sit down and say this isn't just something imaginary, it's a real thing.
I'm not. Because I guess I'm. It's harder for me to talk about because I come from more of a white background, and so they push mental health, mental health, mental health until it's actually up to you. If that makes sense. And so I come from a different perspective of like that's all they talk about is mental health, mental health. But it's like a sugar coated. They don't actually care. They're just doing it to make sure they seem like they're doing it.
And I feel like that's another thing. I feel like it's the mental health conversation is too sugar coated. Like I remember one of my first big therapy sessions. My therapist called me and like just a group of teenagers she had been counseling with together, and she asked us the first question of what was one of the time how did you almost attempt, and she wanted us to say it in detail of how we almost did it. And I remember by the end, we were all just kind of looking at each other like, dang, so you pills, you guns, you knives. Okay, that's interesting. And then she asked us, why did you pick that item? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? And you can tell while she was asking, she wasn't just asking just to like, to understand us better. She was asking to understand so we can understand each other better. Because at the end of the day, like for me, when I used to take pills left and right, it wasn't just to do it because I knew it was probably one of the quickest ways to take my life. I knew that it was going to help numb the pain while I went out. But,
I tried that shit with aspirin.
What?
Like aspirin and Benadryl. I took a whole bottle of that
Heavy
shit.
on. My mama was so upset. She was like, if you do this again, don't take my expensive medicine. I was sick. Because why would you say that? She said it after like it was like 6 months after, like it was like better at that point, but I was still like, you're a dirty person for saying that.
right? For me, it was never guns. I don't know why. It just
I don't
never
know
was
how y'all
guns.
access gun. That seems like such an aggressive way to go out.
My dad is ex-military, so he has guns in the house, and like he was always open on don't touch them, they're not a toy. But for me, it was just I just never say this. I never wanted to suffer on the way going out. I wanted to be numb when I did.
Two things. There's actually a study that, like, I don't know if it's actually like a study, but men tend to go out more violently, of like nooses, jumping off a building kind of thing, while women are more like, I'll take pills, they want to go more peaceful, if that makes sense.
I feel like it also depends on the type of life you lived. Because for me, I was abused as a child. My dad was in out the hospital. My mom is OCD and bipolar, so that alone should tell you how my childhood was. And she's extremely passive aggressive. My sister was very aloof. She wasn't the sisterly. Like if you ask Lana 5 questions about me, ask my sister the same five, only one of them can answer, and it's not the one I should be in me with. My brother was my brother, but I feel like because of how my life was so chaotic left and right, and it seemed like once things got smooth, things got crazy again. I think I just feel like this entire conversation about mental health is deeper than what it really is. I feel like instead of asking ourselves why are people trying to kill themselves, the question should also be what can we do before they get to that point? What can we do to sit down and help? And I think having artists and people in politics and influencers coming out saying I struggle with mental health and talking about it and doing their own thing to help, I feel like that helps. And so at the end of the day, it's okay to admit you're not okay, but it's not okay to be not okay in silence.
Right. Got a question. Is it an attempt if like somebody put a gun in your head and you ask them to shoot you? Is that called?
I mean,
I would say
it definitely is like a
I
you
feel
need
like
help
yes
kind
and
of
no.
thing.
I feel like it's a
Yeah.
chicken move because I feel like in some cases you're sitting down to see if the person doing it is going to be bold enough to pull the trigger. But then at the same time, I feel like a little piece of you wants them to pull the trigger because if not, you want to
Oh no, dude tried to rob me.
I feel like it was less of a I want to kill myself thing. It was like you would have been okay if you died at that
Yeah.
moment. It's like you're not going to act. That's less of a form of um, killing yourself, more of self harm. It's when you stop caring about like little dangers that you see in every life. Like when you're not looking both. Like it starts with small things, not looking both ways to cross the street. Start like just going aloof. Like for girls, headphones on, blasting, not being aware of your surroundings. It's little things that build up to just not caring. Like to the point where if that something bad happened to you, you wouldn't like. Most people have the fight or flight, but that when your fight or flight isn't there, that's when you have to start stepping back and be like, hey, maybe I should think about that.
I just find it funny how whenever depression and mental health is brought up, how people sit down and they try to have these like funny, joking conversations with it. At the end of the day, and then people get mad at it. You can't.
Yeah, I joke about it to like
Yeah,
cope
like
with it.
yeah, like I joke about like slitting my wrists and burning myself. At the end of the day, like that's just how I get through it. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from hurting. But
Let's just say 10 is crazy. What the fuck?
Maybe we should do this again, but like,
Did y'all enjoy that video? I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. But hey, look though, right? Pete, I'm gonna do something real special for y'all. Y'all got the choice to decide the next video tomorrow that's gonna play for y'all, right? You got the choice of either two scrapped YouTube videos that I never finished, or 4 to 5 skits in a compilation. Let me know what y'all want in the comments down below. And if you haven't, go ahead, comment something else. Comment all black hearts. Nah, as a matter of fact, color all. Send like a whole bunch of hearts. Just a whole bunch of hearts. That's all I want to see. Hearts and what video y'all want to see next. I really love y'all for real. Thank y'all for supporting. Not finna let y'all down. We finna have a blast. This is the first day of Drewlidays. I love y'all lights. I love y'all superstars. I'ma see y'all real soon.